So, welcome everyone. Oh, wasn't expecting so much of you here actually. Sorry for my shyness, kinda, you know. So anyway, I came here from Lithuania to speak about this touchy subject. Like, is cosplay getting toxic? And my main point of this, like, my presentation will have an interaction. So be prepared to talk with me. I like to interact with people, to talk. And if you have, when I was, my slides will show it in an interaction time, and then you, anyway, I will tell you like later. And if you will be active, I and our Animefest have some gifts for you, for the most active people. So yeah, I really hope that you will be active. So anyhow, let's start. So my nickname is T-oku Cosplay. I'm cosplaying since 2013, not that long ago. And I'm a dork next door from Lithuania. As you can see from this picture here. You know, a random guy, maybe not random guy, a guy, typical guy that likes to cosplay, that loves cosplaying, loves people, loves wigs, stylings, craftsmanship, and interactions. So, right, now I will, brag about my cosplays a bit so you would know that, I did something in those few years. So this is this costume, and I did Celtic Guardian from Yu-Gi-Oh! And that is kind of inappropriate. That's a shit, actually. This is a Spark from Pokemon Go. I love him so much. I mean, his character. I mean, when I become him, I'm like, like 5 years old or something. I don't know. So cool. I did also Alba Seragaki from Dramatical Murder. Yeah, I've had much, kinda. Then I also like horror games. It's like Leon S. Kennedy from Resident Evil 2. Final Fantasy X, it's a gender bend though, but no, I like Yuna very much, but I think that I couldn't pull off a girl, so I asked my friend to draw a male version of her, so that was the result. And this is Oda Nobunaga from Nobunaga the Fool anime. Also Kurokan Basuke. Kaito, his glorious Vocaloid. Inuyasha. And my upcoming costume for tomorrow that I will be wearing for the first time tomorrow. So, okay, even the slides are mad at me because I brag a lot about myself. So, okay, let's start. The roots of cosplay. What I want to talk about is like what are the roots from childhood. It may come from games, from anime. You maybe you like maybe Final Fantasy games like I do, or I don't know, League of Legends. Let's say a lot of varieties from anime. Variables. Maybe you just like Japanese culture, and that's why you start cosplaying. Maybe you like acting in general, so you prepare a costume just to go on stage. You love crafts. You just see the design, and you're like, I will do this. I will look good. Maybe. And lots of more. We are very different. and we have, you know, very different routes of cosplay, why we do that, and this is why cosplay is such a wonderful thing, because, you know, we come from such different cultures and different backgrounds, and we still do the same thing together. So, my own cosplay roots, the anime one, you know, like Sailor Moon, Dragon Ball, when I was like 3 or 4, I don't know, Shinzo, Digimon, Pokemon, and from games, like I like Persona series very much, Final Fantasy, and horror games. Resident Evil 3 was my first horror game ever, and PlayStation icon, because I consider myself a huge gamer, a JRPG gamer, so there are tons and tons of lists of games that inspire me. So here's the first interaction time. So if any one of you want to share like your roots of cosplay, please raise your hand and maybe come down on stage to, I don't know, to share with me your inspiration. What made you cosplay? Like maybe, what made you start doing that? Okay. There will be prizes now. Okay.
Well, my own roots of cosplay are like 3 years ago, I think, and it was half a year after I went to my first convention, and I saw all the people there in cosplay, and I was like, I need to do this. I want to look good for once in my life. So that's how I started cosplaying. That's how I started.
Yeah. Applause. Maybe someone else? Okay. That's good.
So, when I was starting cosplaying, it was because my friend just told me about it. He or she. Stand up. Hello. Stand up. That's she. And it was, I think, 1 year ago. She told me about it. Hey, you know that there's something like Animefest? And I was like, yeah, I know something about it, but what's all this? And she said, you know that there are people with cosplays? I was like, wait, what is cosplay? You just can dress like some anime character, and I feel it is really good. We can just make our own cosplays. So we spent like, I don't know, 4 months doing Re:Zero cosplays, and it was first really hard, and there was mess all everywhere.
In my room, like right now, it's, I don't know, it's like a tornado broke out.
And it was like, yeah, we will be so awesome in this cosplay. So we went on Animefest, and there were people who were really awesome cosplays, and we were just thinking about how I can be so lame. Like, look at all these people, they have a really good cosplays, we just have this. But the really good thing was that there were people who just go to us and said, hey, can I take a picture of you? You're so kawaii.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much. Why do you cosplay now? I was like trying to refer to more of childhood roots, but what makes you cosplay like now? Why won't you stop? So the same things happen, childhood fulfillment. Now that you have jobs, you may have some money, maybe. You can all become those characters, you know. Like me, I go to the like child store and buy Pikachu, but, you know, and I'm over 20, so arts, crafts, so when the same thing, you like doing stuff, you like, you know, break stuff, invent stuff, redo stuff, throw everything into the trash, remove everything from the trash and then fix it, you know. Meeting new people, maybe you're a very shy person, and cosplay is the thing that unites you and you can, you know, be yourself. Maybe it's a little bit easier because we are all kind of, most of us are awkward. Oh, I am. Yeah. Finding new friends that think alike, as I was talking to you about, acting, going on stage, maybe, you know, break through the shyness, forgetting real life and bad things aside. You know, life can be stressful, studies, jobs, I don't know, parents, grandparents, my grandmother. You know, and just for fun, you know, like, why do we cosplay now? But because we like it, because we like to dress up and be, you know, positive and happy. And I've conducted a survey about cosplay, the reasons why people cosplay, and majority do it just for fun. The medium, like a little bit less people do it because they like the character, and it's also a creative and artistic expression for them. A little bit less of them, like 50% identify with the character, have an opportunity to exhibit your creation, like to show your crafts. Like you maybe not like the character that much, but you want to show your skills, like, you know. And the other ones was like escapism as from reality, the opportunity to be a celebrity for a brief time, you know, the opportunity to present to be someone else acting as well, and the acceptance and friendship with like-minded people. You know, sometimes, you know, life can be hard, and sometimes you may be alone, but here we are all as one. Positive side of cosplay in a nutshell, it promotes socialization, as I said before. Like, we come in the convention, we're all, you know, people of the same-minded people. We came with the almost same expectations, you know, we came to see cosplay, we want to buy merchandise, maybe when we want to game with someone, maybe we want to socialize. In a nutshell, we come together with the thing, liberalization. Anyone can cosplay anything, and you can do, like, you know, anything, literally. You can be a banana, you can be a trash can, you can be a light bulb, which, I don't know, was thrown into the space. You know, you put a little bit of stars on your head. I don't know, you can be anything. And gender defying. That's about cross-dressing and cosplay. No one will judge you. You can be, I don't know, Sailor Moon with a hairy chest. Or, I don't know, some buffy guy, but you are a model-esque girl. And it will be okay. Everyone will accept you. A little conclusion I made. As I was speaking, when these cosplayers come to meet to other fellow cosplay lovers, they feel like they are safe to socialize without judgment, and it has various positive effects on their self-esteem, as well as then social and academic success. Like, you know, you have to, especially I want to point out the escape from reality stuff. You know, when life gets tough, you do cosplay. You come here and you know, gain some pluses to yourself. I don't know, that was probably very boring, so I'm sorry. Maybe not, I don't know. Very detailed. Interaction time number 2. Share your favorite and most positive cosplay experience. Anyone wants to do it? Okay.
As my friend said, last year we made cosplay of ReZero, and we went to take photo in our cosplays to Lednice Castle. And it was really nice because people look at us and want to take photo or just tell us how beautiful we are. So it was really nice when you see normal people who really like your job. And that's the nice feeling.
That's the most positive experience, right? Like, yeah, thank you. Applause. Anyone else? Okay. Yeah, hello.
I was once a tree for my friend who was cosplaying as a T-person on a competition on a tournament for Minecraft, and I was a tree that was like helping him make a point for the cosplay, and it was kind of fun. Just standing there, running around, pretending to be actually a tree, actually a moving tree. But it was fun.
Thank you. Okay. So anyhow, how cosplay can become toxic if, there are a lot of positive sides about it. So, negative aspects of cosplay. Let me drink some water first. This is going to be rough. Okay, discrimination. Self-esteem, self-confidence, and self-image issues. That's not only with cosplay, let's say, but we bring that to the cosplay because we see those photoshopped, maybe some kind of unrealistic people there, some kind of unrealistic standards, and we look up to them. Or maybe some artists, you have a reference picture, that maybe that character is very thin, or very fat, or very muscular, and you want to be, that to make that cosplay 100% accurate, and it causes an anxiety to you, So, and sometimes you may feel not as good. Because you do cosplay, you like it, you escape from your life and stuff like that. But when you have a very high standards for yourself and that character, you may be, sometimes it may affect your self-esteem. So that's a bad thing. Gossip. Let's just say gossip is. Well, in my cosplay experience, I had gossip, like, everyone can be like, hey, can I take a picture? You look very good. And then somewhere in the deep, darkest side on the internet, you see your nickname and some people say something negative about you. So, why? If you do that, you don't have to be like, no, be general, be, how can I say this? Like, be, just honest. Real life approval. That's more of a job, parents' approval. Like, your parents or your, siblings might say that you are doing a bad job. Why are you even doing this? You are wasting your time. You should get married, you should have kids, you should do stuff that really matters. But the same people who judge you for cosplay, they are going fishing a lot. They watch sports. Some of them even dress up as some crazy, awesome hair, makeup with the flags and stuff like that. And this is approved by society. But when you do cosplay, it's bad. So this is a negative issue. Let's say the cosplay and non-cosplay community clashes, and social media, especially when you see those cosplayers who are, let's say, I don't want to use that word, successful, like maybe they just work, or they maybe have, more time, or they earn money from cosplay, let's say that. and you look up to them. And you look up to them so much, they may post an Instagram story or an Instagram post, I don't know, in a year they may do 50 cosplays. They may do 100 cosplays, and you're like, 2, 3, 1, and 1 cosplay in the 2 years, and then you may feel pressured. Not everyone, of course, but there are some people that feel pressure from that. So, yeah. Problems caused by cosplay from my perspective, sexual harassment. Okay. On that I will talk about a bit later. I have a different section, but sexual harassment is a big issue in the cosplay community. Like, I was let so much into my, let's say, behind when I was cosplaying. Oh my god. Like, you know, you were just standing, chilling, and they're like, stop. Like, okay. I don't take money. Having toxic people around you that are in the community. Well, from my own personal experience, I had an ex-friend right now, which was like comparing cosplayers. Like, let's say I wanted to do a Ragna the Blood Edge cosplay, and some guy a few years ago did that cosplay, and my friend was like, do that cosplay. You will look better than him. What's the thing? I mean, what is this better? I mean, why? Why do you say better than someone? You just, I don't know. You do cosplay. You are that character. You come to the convention to have fun, to be yourself, to present that character, and you judge other people. Like, you know, I don't know, and that person was always like that. You will look better or you will look worse. Don't do that, because you will not be able to. At some point in my life, I didn't know how to do props. Like, literally had no clue how to do props. And he came to me, and I tried for the first time. I was like, okay, bought some EVA, oh my god, hot glue sticks. I'm like, cool, I'm good at this. And then I burned my hand. And he came and he said, you're useless. Give me this. I will do it for you. I'm like, no. And then we argued about every single issue with the PVC, with the every single thing that he knew better than me. He was like, you know, don't do this, you suck. And this is the toxicity of people around you. I mean, if you know something better than a person next to you, teach him, show him, you know. It's a lot better than just, you know. Sexy is always better than the whole costume. Tumblr. Okay, Instagram, okay. Well, a perfect example, like you would do an armored cosplay, you would have a lot of time and effort. You would, you know, do a cosplay in like, I don't know, a year or 2 years, you know. And then some girl or a guy will show an abs and will put on a wig, and he will get invited to a cosplay convention to be a judge. And you were like, do you even know how the sewing machine works? And he says, yes. And I definitely believe him, or her. So I don't know, it's an issue, I think. Becoming a star, in quotes, a star, you know, when you get invited somewhere, you think that you are like something special, and these are peasants, you know, like right now, peasants. No, I'm just kidding. Wrong age for cosplay. This is an issue when you hit your, you know, when you want to cosplay a teenager and you are in your 30s or 20s or 40s, and people might judge you for that because, you know, you're not a teenager. Like, so, but I like the character. There was a video, I don't know if you watched it, there was some grandma who's like over 70, I think she was in Korea or some Asian country, and that video was very viral about cosplay. And she was like, I saw everything myself, I do everything, and she's doing characters that are 15 years old, and she was awesome. And this is the only person, I don't want to judge anyone, because probably I am not as good as her, but she truly is the only one who does that from the bottom of her heart. Because, you know, she's older, and she does that for fun, and she doesn't give a cent about anyone who would say anything about her. She takes selfies, she posts into the Instagram, she's just a person that I will become in a few years. If you're becoming too fat and ugly, well, I said that in the social media aspect, well, you see that, I don't know, there is a lump of somewhere, and you're preparing, a costume for months, and you see yourself in the mirror, and you're like, these lumps. Oh my god. I love LSD, by the way. If you want these lumps, Anyway. So, I was searching for the most rudest comments about cosplayers, and these were the ones that are like presentable. Let's say that. Because there can be worse, but I just want to show you that this is reality, and this has to be dealt with. And what I want to say to you, we as a cosplay community should be as one, because we really have enough pressure from, let's say, outside, or from a non-cosplayer, or a person who just doesn't know what cosplay is, and may call you a weirdo, right? And if someone don't see those comments, so one person unknown, so it's so legit. The fact is that dressing up once or twice a year for a convention is one thing, still a bit weird, but okay. But if you spend hundreds of hours on cosplay-related activities, then you've got mental issues. When they put me in a mental asylum right now, because and the next comment is, so many sluts in cosplay world. You know who they are. They say it's okay to be a slut if they are cosplayers. Ha 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 ha. What is this comment even? I don't know. And what is? Does anyone know what is IMEA stand for? Probably I am a moron because Amsterdam. That's it. because I don't know. These people are always, I don't know. They are probably frustrated with their daily lives, and they want to vent on someone. And they are doing that on people who are already very, let's say, vulnerable to these kind of things. Sorry. And I just googled that cosplay, and these are the images that I just got on the random Google search. I mean, what I wanted to tell you is, why are these bad? I don't know, why are these bad? I mean, people are literally having fun there, and they are bad. They may be not accurate, but by all means, they are not bad. So that's what I wanted to tell you. And Worst Cosplay at Comic-Con by Jacob Shelton. This is a link. If you want, you can, check this out. I didn't want to post this because it's terrible. It really is. I mean, I don't even want to kind of talk about it, because we are in a bad situation. Enough. you know. And the reality is, one girl thought that she posted about the cosplay realities that you have to accept for some point. With some of them I can agree, some of them don't. And those are, if you're not pretty, you suck. I don't know, really. For me, when I see a cosplay, I see a character. I don't see I don't know, a model. It's not a model competition in the first place. It's for respect for anime, for maybe Japanese culture or whatever it is. It's not I don't know, a model agency. And that is what I want to point out, that this shouldn't become like this, because it is already a problem. I see that, especially in the social media. And your opinion will never matter unless you're somebody. Well, let's say a perfect example. I don't want to say that, you know, there are higher ups or lower ups, because I think that all people are equal. But let's just say if Reika would be here and not me, like from downstairs or whatever it is, you will look a bit differently to her words. But when some kind of awkward dude from Lithuania is talking about these issues, you're like, yeah, maybe, you know, he's a little crazy and stuff like that. Maybe, I don't know, it's just, you know, a matter of discussion. People are perfectionists. Well, maybe those who go into the competition when they want to do a perfect reference cosplay, they are perfectionists if they have time for that. Because, you know, sometimes when you do cosplay, you're like, oh, this is perfect, this is so perfect, and you spend like, I don't know, 2 months on, I don't know, one sleeve, and you see that you will not have enough time to finish the whole costume for the convention that you were waiting, I don't know, like, let's say a year or so. So sometimes you may sacrifice some details just to be in that convention, or you skip that. That's a matter of person. A cosplay is not for everyone. What is this? Cosplay is not for everyone. I mean, if you really want to look up to that, you can, you know, Google that, cosplay reality, and it will show that. I mean, cosplay is for everyone, you know. Cosplay is expensive, but with that one, I agree. I mean, if you sew it, I don't know, like, every fabric is expensive. I mean, even the easiest costume, like, I don't know, the easiest costume I've made, it's still like almost 100 euros. Like the easiest one you can get, like, I don't know, like a school uniform. Or maybe because of the higher fabrics or something like that, but it's still expensive. Maybe you don't know how to sew one thing, or you just buy something from the store that looks alike, and it's, you know, the store things are very expensive. So in other hands, it really is. I mean, cosplay is an expensive hobby. Interaction time number 3. Maybe you have a negative cosplay experience. Yes, first hand that I saw. Hello.
Hello. So, I don't do woman or female characters, but one time I made my OC, and it is elven noble woman. So I dressed as her and went to a small competition in Prague. And there was one time that someone from behind, I had the dress that was feminist. I was looking like a woman. I was speaking like a woman. And that one person, I don't know if it was girls or boy. That just went into my ear like, oh, that's a woman. Oh my God! And I don't know if
He's maybe, you know, he expects you to be a man probably.
nobody knew me then. So they didn't know I have a male character's history. So I just stood there and like looked around, and I didn't know if it was real or not. And I'm not kind of woman who wants to do female, but this one time I just had the female character on my body.
Okay, thank you very much. Applause. So, yeah, I think we can relate to that. Not to that exact problem, but to something that you stick to, you know. I mean, I like fantasy characters very much. And I was showing you in the last slide, the problem was shaving, and I didn't say anything about it. Well, let's just say these hands are not supposed to be clean. So, you know, I'm kind of like a polar bear, you know. And I had to go to struggle to have clean hands for the character of some sort, right? And I will give one example. When I was a judge in a cosplay competition, there was an opposite situation. That character should have had hair in his hands. His costume was okay, let's say, with the reference one, with comparison. But his hands was clean. And the other judges were like, oh, he's cool, 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 cool. And I was like, he should have drawn the hair. Like, they said, why? Because I've cut my hands so many times. I had so many allergies. The struggle, and I mean, that guy couldn't even use a marker of some sort to draw body hair. I mean, you know, it's, sums up everything. There's just a picture with I've asked my friends to, before and after pictures, the cosplay, that cosplay has no body type. In the upper left corner, upper right corner, you see a girl that has a lot of makeup. She has a struggle with, maybe she has a chest and she wants to do a male character, and she's thinking about what should I do, and she pulled it off. She's happy on the left corner. She did it, and she slayed it. And on the down right side, you see a girl that thinks that she's too fat. And this girl, let's just say, she maybe be a bit chubbier, but she's not light as a feather, right? And she still thinks that she's fat because she had a lot of, let's say, negative comments on the social media. And she still thinks that she's not good enough. And this is what I want to address, that you shouldn't do that, like, really, because then a person becomes self-destructive. But with the help of her friends, with the support of best friends of her, she pulls it off. But I'm not sure if she would be able to do it alone. So if you know a person that has a struggle, help him or her. I mean, even a nice word can do wonders. So anyhow, issues cosplayers are dealing with: shaving, I talked about it, and rude comments. I mean, this girl, Kamuri, her nickname is. I envy her. I mean, sometimes she gets rude comments, but she's like, I don't know. She doesn't give a S word about anything. I mean, she, let's say, she's the one that I would like to become as well. I mean, she neglects everything. I mean, she just doesn't, she said, you're ugly, and by the way, she does only male characters as well, only male characters. So she has a struggle with that, and she just pulls it off and doesn't care. Number 4. Do you feel like your costume is not good enough? I do at this moment as well, you know. But any one of you, like, want to, or raise your hand, like, let's do this. Raise your hand who think that you are not good enough, like your costume is not perfect right now. So I would say 50-50, and I will do 10. So it will be 50. I'm sorry, I'm just gonna check how much time do we have. Okay. Number 5. How many of you have artistic backgrounds or school diplomas? Raise your hands. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's really impressive, actually. Because, let's say in Lithuania, a lot of cosplayers take sewing courses, are designers, have some mechanical stuff. I don't know, it's very hard for me to understand because in the real world I am a doctor. So it's really a different specialization for me to be a cosplayer. And this is really impressive for me, so, right. Like, and I shouldn't even probably talk about how to, you know, for you guys, how to start cosplaying without any artistic background, because you always know how to do that already. I was already talking about social media pressure. Already, follower like for like, share for share. I mean, it's a good thing, it promotes cosplay, it supports you, you may show your work, but it became a too big of a trend. Like sometimes it's, I sometimes feel like it's for the number count, not for the person, like for people to see your work, but just for that number. Because sometimes when I do share for share on an Instagram, I get the cosplayers for, you know, followers. Like, let's say, I don't know, like for like, Instagram has followed you, or push a button to promote your page has followed you. And these are the fake sites, probably, for the numbers as well. And I'm like, that's why I kind of avoid share for share, but sometimes I do that, but only for that reason, to promote somebody, not just for the numbers. But the number issue you always have. You know, you can see some people's stories are like, you know, they create Linktree, they promote it like every 2 hours. I mean, it's good, but they promote themselves, and I think do you only do that for numbers? And some people say that aim for 10K, or, you know, we're doing great, let's do 15K, and I'm like, why? Maybe I don't understand something. Maybe I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Sexual harassment. Okay. Sexual harassment, okay. I think that being a cosplayer, it's almost mandatory to experience it in some sort of way. Or you're too sexy, or you're too slutty, or I don't know, you have your butt cheeks hanging, or boobs, or abs, or whatever. And from my personal experience, let's say I've been sexually harassed by guys for numerous times in my cosplay, so it was like, what? I wanted to be harassed by a girl, but you know. Oh well. No, I'm just joking, I'm just joking. Sexual harassment is a really negative thing, and I really wish that it would, like, disappear. I mean, if you want to do something in your mind, keep it in your mind, or I don't know, at the very least, write a message to that person. It would be awkward. Maybe that person will block you, but it's better than, you know, come straight forward and slap, you know. How many of you have dealt with sexual harassment? Raise your hands. Who? In cosplay. In cosplay, right? I mean, even every single comment, like, you know, 9 out of 10, bang, you know, or something like that. Okay, so you're lucky. You're lucky, really. Another problem would be taking pictures without asking, you know, when you're eating. Or like when you're not in your full costume, you know, like you forgot gloves, forgot gloves or something. When you're just having a conversation, and then there are people, and then your picture is like. When you're yawning, it's like the best. When you're in the toilet, that happened to me once actually. I was like, please, privacy. Can I take your picture? Wait. 1 minute. 2 minutes, it's a big thing. Mirror to daily life of a cosplayer. Non-cosplayers will tell you what's wrong with your cosplay. That's probably, I mean, a lot of cosplayers, when they know their daily struggles, they know they may have an empathy for the other cosplayer. But the non-cosplayer, when they see, oh, it's just someone, it's nothing special. Oh, she's a slut, let's say. Or he's, you know, she's just searching for attention, let's say. They are just, you know. Your wallet will cry, we've talked about that. You'll get injured making cosplay. Let's say every costume that I have made probably over 20. Each and every one of them had a blood stain on mine. So, you know. You get compared with cosplayers who made the same costume. I was talking about toxic people in my life. This thing happens. Something always goes wrong last minute. Let's say yesterday, before the Animefest, my boot broke off. My zipper broke off. I tried to fix it. You know, I tried to use some kind of pliers and to make it zip. And I broke the zipper all the way, and I was like, why? In Czech Republic. I'm from Lithuania, people. Why? And by the way, I was in a costume with one shoe on, and I was like running to the receptionist at my hotel. Do you have any pliers? I need to go to the convention. She was like, okay. People lose their way in pursuit of fame. We've already talked about it. Can you sell me a costume for like 20 euros? Can you do that? I can't. Let's say it's like 20 multiplied by 25, so it would be I don't know, Czech crowns, I don't know. I bought like makeup for cosplay, but this amount. I'm not even saying, okay, so we have a little time there. So cosplays can be stressful. So anyhow, what to do? What to do? Let's say, just do it. But it's not, I mean, it may sound like a meme, it may sound like a generic thing, but if deep down you want to cosplay, even if you are embarrassed, do it. Some people may gossip, may say something bad about you, but in the end of the day, it's the thing that you like to do. I don't know, you want to do. And if you want this, you do this no matter what. And this is my opinion. And I really hope from the bottom of my heart that a lot of people will share this as well. I mean, let's say that I've shown my Yuna Genderman cosplay. I mean, I didn't cosplay a girl, not because I was afraid to be a girl, let's say, because I myself wouldn't feel comfortable. Not because of the people comments, like, because I would judge myself, let's say that. I don't care what people would say that. But I wouldn't just be, you know, comfortable in that. So, anyhow. I want to do this little thing. Let's say, I want you all to stand up, if you can. If you can. And I want to do this little thing when you could say cosplay is awesome and applaud to yourself, not to me for this, but to yourself. Because you're here, you gathered here, you made a costume, and you're awesome. You, each and every one of you are the best people that I could meet in my entire life. So anyhow, just let me capture this. Very, very millennial thing to do. Thank you. I have a few videos, but we don't have time. So if a host will let me, it's, I don't know, it's like 15 seconds. Can we do that? Just for fun. 15 seconds video. The second one. The second one. Popular video pre-cosplay. A meme one, let's say. For the internet. You know? Right? And you have a little bit of fun. But spark casual. I mean, I wish I could do that in the video, but those pigeons just flew off of me. Okay then, we're out of time. Thank you again for being here. Thank you very much for your time. I hope it wasn't too awkward for you. And I don't know, stay awesome and cosplay. Cosplay.